shout out to mamas. I have been wanting a water pick for forever. And apparently my mother ordered the wrong one or something. So she gave me her old one. So now I got a water pick. I'm excited because I've been wanting this for a while. How do I get this open? She's big. Oh, I gotta unclip that. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna use this tonight. So shout out to mamas. My thumbnail. I'm operating in a space, in a season of like just deep knowing. Knowing who I am, knowing what I want, knowing what I need to do to get it, knowing what I'm not doing but should be doing, knowing what I need to leave alone, knowing what I should be running towards, knowing what is scaring me, knowing what's empowering me, just knowing. And I feel like being in a state of having clarity and knowing is one of the most powerful places to be, because you can really make decisions, you can move forward, you can address any and everything from internal forces to external forces when you have a grasp of things. When you have a grasp of things internally, like your mindset. Why do you think the way that you do? Why do you act the way that you do? Why do you say the things that you say? It puts you in a very powerful place, because you ultimately can audit those things and see if they align with who you are trying to be, who you ultimately want to be, or who you believe yourself to be. And if you're honest with that audit and you have that deep sense of knowing, so those two things paired together, and results come back differently, and you're like misaligned with who you want to be, who you say that you are, or who you believe yourself to be, then you can ultimately make changes. And I think more people are operating in a place of not knowing, of not being grounded in a sense of true knowing, which is why there's continued efforts in the wrong direction or with misalignment, away from the things that you might say that you want or who you believe yourself to be, because you don't have a true grasp of that. And it's unfortunate, but for me, I feel like I always find my resolve and my deeper senses of knowing in times of trauma, turmoil, and grief. And ultimately, I feel like that winds up happening because, one, I always go harder and run to the Lord, which always puts me in a much more reflective space. But two, I typically slow down in those times. Like internally, I am in moments of grief, trauma, and turmoil. I'm like, oh my God, everything's on fire. And I kind of go to like a slow mo, trying to like triage what's happening and how can I get myself out of it. Which is a shift for me, because I think in my 20s I was much more reactive and like meeting fire with fire. And now when I'm feeling under fire or in fire, I'm immediately looking for the water hoses. I'm immediately looking to create distance to get a good understanding or good perspective on the fire, and then acting. And again, I think that that also goes to the sense of knowing. This might sound all meta or whatever, but it's just stuff that's on my mind right now. I just came back from a family dinner, and my family will be going to, we're based in Baltimore, we'll be going to Virginia on Monday to bury one of my cousins. The first grandchild of my grandparents. Well, not the first, because my brother passed when he was 1, but that was when we were really, really young. In adulthood, this is the first grandchild to pass. Um, and it's a bit rough. 2 months ago, my grandfather passed. So there's also like back to back deaths, and in the hopes of like not sinking into a dark place and just holding myself up when the world and then traumas like loss and death happen, right? Can really catapult you into a place of despair. I've sought out God and I've sought out better understanding of myself. And I think that those are the two things that have really kept me afloat in amongst the grief and then some other like family drama that has come up with the grief. Um, and being more reflective, getting super clear and super honest, um, I was able to just make certain decisions that aren't necessarily reactive, um, but are very protective. And I'm kind of proud of myself. Kind of proud of myself for deciding who I know myself to be, who I hope to be, um, and who I believe myself to be. And those things, maybe not being the exact same person at the exact same time, but definitely being in line with one another, right? And I'm on the right path. And really looking at my decisions, looking at the words that I use, looking at the thoughts that I think, and making adjustments when any of those things are misaligned with any of those 3 people, right? Um, and that to me was reaffirmed today. I had kind of like a tough conversation with a family member today, and I'm not emotional about it. I'm not sad or happy. It just kind of is what it is. And this is the first time I've gone in to a conversation with this particular family member who has been very, very special to me, very, very close to me, has been able to see just so much with me, especially when it comes to like the worst. And I am not that person. Like I'm a person who shields myself a lot, and not everybody gets to see a lot. So this person has been very privy to a lot, and like making hard decisions to better protect myself as I navigate that particular relationship, or how I choose to move forward that particular relationship, and being able to have the conversation with no real like big emotions tied to it, but just with resolve, with, like I said, a sense of knowing. I'm very proud of myself. Very proud of myself. It's so interesting because I don't think we stop enough and ask ourselves, are we who we say we are? And in this moment today, I feel like I am who I say I am. And it's important to affirm that, because we sometimes can be very quick to lean into like imposter syndrome and getting down on ourselves in moments of insecurity, in the same way that we can create space for that, and see that um, we also have to create space for the moments where we prove ourselves right, and we prove ourselves to be who we tell people we are and who we believe ourselves to be. Those are just some more random thoughts. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, I got a water pick, and I'm so excited about this. Like, I'm too excited. This is how you know we're adults. You get excited about furniture and appliances. This is it. The box. I haven't used it yet, so I don't know if it's great, but it's for healthier gums and brighter teeth. And I need it, Lord knows. Lord knows, because these gums, me and these gums, be beefing. Be beefing real heavy. I'm really proud of myself another way. I'm proud of myself. And we got to tell ourselves, when we proud of ourselves, we got to tell ourselves. Because the world ain't always going to tell you when you're doing right and when you should be proud. Because, you know, everybody living their life, everybody busy. Not everybody is available to see fully. But I'm proud of myself because I usually travel with so much tech. And it just becomes so much. Like, because I do live streams every single week. And not live streams here because this is just on my phone. But I produce my live streams on my main channel, which is like OBS and different scenes and yada, 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 yada. And I didn't travel with my mic this time. I didn't travel with so much stuff that I typically travel with. And I'm proud. It's like less stuff and still figuring out how to give the same amount, same quality. Yes, I'm proud. I needed to get a tackle on this because this year, before the end of the year, I need to take a vacation. I don't be taking vacations, but your girl, we are only in the 3rd month of the year. Your girl has already earned a vacation. So we got to figure it out by the end of the year. This is my little setup, y'all. Simple. Just a little 1, 2. I don't know. My dog, he gets into my luggage and then he like goes to sleep there. Laying on a bra cup. Like, sir, please. All right, I need to get to painting. I plugged some cracks or whatever in the walls, or not the walls, like the little. That sounds so bad. In the baseboards earlier. Oh, I need to wipe all these boards down, and I need to get to painting. Oh, y'all, and then this is my grandfather. So I have a necklace with some of his ashes in it. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's very simple. I wanted it so I could stack. And I actually have 2. I have one that's black and one that's silver. So I can always have it. Cannot believe this is what we're doing. This is the time, the day and time we are living in, child. This is wild work, man. Wild work. Okay, how do I... No. That goes to the internet. No. There we go. Press the down button. I got my little burner phone, but it's been on airplane mode from my flight the other day, so I can turn it off so that my messages and stuff will come through. This is for when I go camping and I don't want to have no smartphones or nothing. And when I take my solid 72s where I go no phone, no internet, like no social media, no internet or whatever. But if people need to get in contact with me, I have this because this don't have no internet on it. Is text and calls only. Simple. Dumb phone for checking out and taking a break. Is this still got perfume in it? I love this scent. This is Valentina. Take that out. Can we hire? All right, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm either start working on the house, or I'm gonna work on some videos. I cannot go to bed yet. It's too early. It's way too early. My fucking iPad case is just, it's like Erica getting Nemo girl. It has been through the trenches, boo. Trenches. I don't know. I kind of gave the message I wanted to give today, y'all. So I'll let y'all stay on here a little bit, but I'm really just about to work a little bit. So you guys are gonna sit, I guess, in the background. Oh, Oh, I need to go change. I need to go put my like clothes that I be working out in the dryer. Look at him, y'all. In the luggage. Carry me higher. Hello. Like down this. Yeah, there's a bunch of grease on this. Oh, I went downstairs because I was supposed to be looking for degreaser. Hold on. I'll be right back. It might be upstairs. Hi, DeMarcus. Yes, I did see Raising Kanan. It was a good first episode. Rock is that girl for me. She was stressful previous seasons, but she's my favorite thing on the whole show. By far. And the way they got her and Neek about to be beefing when they literally just need to have a conversation is about to piss me off. But that's part of the show's job, I suppose. So piss us off. Or whatever. Let me pull it up on my computer. Come on, headphones. Not Team Joyce Thomas. I have decided, DeMarcus, you are a contrarian. That's your spill. Like you gonna always pick who everybody else is like, nah. Cause I get the lady sick, but she also raggedy. She raggedy. It was deleted scenes from season 3. I thought it was really unique how they chose to do that. Like I thought that was really kind of cool. Yeah, I wasn't mad at it was a creative way to implement flashbacks, provide additional context, and then they didn't just launch us into some 3 months later, right? Where we would be having to catch up. And people really did wonder what Neek had been up to. We was wondering. The streets need a body, but also the streets needed to know what the heck was going on with Neek. So I love that. I I gotta work on my breakdown for it. I did watch it, I just didn't do a breakdown or first reactions. Um, what was I gonna say? My family funeral, so coming up. So this weekend has been a bit tight. Things should even out after this week. I get this house finished. My new tenants move in, and then I got a little bit of break. Still here in Baltimore before I have to fly back to LA. And things will be much more smooth, I think. You will turn into dog Cujo right there and then save them. I hope not. I feel like Early is like, what's the dude name on BMF to Lamar? I feel like that's what we about to see. I think that's what they about to give us. Like they about to give us Lamar, but with Joey Badass, and I'm like, I'm interested. Alvin, yeah. Lulu sees his mother, Joyce, and Rock, and Jessica, and this is why Lulu was triggered. I need Lulu to heal, man. Like, can he heal? Cause goodness, Lulu is being turned every which way but loose. And he gonna need to figure out a way to be able to go on. Like, I get it, sir. You're stressed and it's a lot. But like, if you cannot handle it, and if any moment you're gonna be triggered like this, then you probably need to move. Like, you need to just go to Atlanta, go to DC, go somewhere, cause this ain't gonna work. I don't like Jessica. She seemed sneaky. She seemed conniving, and she was looking for a come up. Like, she's an opportunist, and she has been an opportunist. Not to say that she can't choose herself, but like she was moving like a gold digger from the jump. And I didn't trust her. I'm working on. I recorded my Beauty in Black second half. I recorded episode 8, 9. I think I still got to do 10 because I haven't watched 11, 12, 13, 14, or 15 yet. But I recorded, I think, the first 2. So I really need to edit those and get those out. Jessica's no different than Rock. Jessica, famous sister? No. DeMarcus, you a little off base there. Was always my woman for Lulu. Famous sister? That's the right Jessica, right? What's the difference between Rock and Jessica? Jessica. So are you saying that Rock and Jessica are the same because the men are talking about Rock like she's an opportunist when it comes to like this drug dealing men? I think the difference, because I don't believe that narrative. Like, I believe that people can come up with narratives and they can sell them depending on how committed they are to selling it, right? But I don't actually agree with that. I don't think that she played DEF CON. I think that DEF CON had services rendered. Like, DEF CON is a gay gangster at a time where you couldn't be a gay gangster. Like, and she was his beard. So, you're welcome. Especially, you know, if her and Detective Yo actually had something real back then, like I don't know. I think that there's way more to Rock than there is to Jessica. Um, and she could have an ear and maybe have like a little bit of a hustler spirit, but to me it's the difference between a hustler spirit of like make a way out of the way that people give you versus a hustle spirit of like make a way out of no way. And Rock gives me she's making a way out of no way and has made a way out of no way. Jessica is only making a way out of the people, places, and things that she has been given. So I don't see it. I don't see Rock and Jessica being given the same things and being able to make the same things shape or be able to make the same things come of it or turn things in a way. Like, and Jessica's not gangster. Like she can't even, I don't even know if she could fight. Y'all biased towards Rock. Maybe. It could be. From what we've seen of the Jessica character, like she could have been a really strong Rock for Lulu, but when things got inconvenient, she dipped. And that's her prerogative, cool, but that tells me a lot about a woman, especially when you had no problem like sitting there and eating off this man's plate. Like she 100% was like a kept woman, but Famous's manager, and she gets away with a lot because of how she looks, but they haven't given us enough in reference to her story, or at least backstory, to tell me that she's a real asset in any way. Now, if you can go back and give me scenes where she showed her prowess and, intellect or things that could be actual, like, tangible assets, cool. But, yeah, no. And then also, I'm very skeptical. Like, I just know myself as a person. I'm very skeptical of interracial relationships, specifically when it comes to black men, because I understand the world that we live in, being here in America, and like more often than not, non-black women who get with black men have not done the work of like processing the world as black men would typically experience it. So they're not equipped to be able to help a black man navigate this world and support him through the things that he's going to face with a clear understanding, and perspective of like the weight of some of those things. And I personally think that that is something that could have also been part of the issue. Like, not to say that she should have given her whole life for Lou, but if you when they show me any show, when any show shows me interracial relationships, but they don't show me the non-black partner with a certain level of like intellect, emotional intelligence, and mental stability about race issues and racial disparities and a progressive like mindset in attempt to utilize whatever privilege they have as a non-black person to benefit said black person that they're in a relationship with, I'm already side-eyeing the relationship. Like, I'm already like, well, how good can you be? And the thing is, when you see black women with black men, we don't get to like opt out of helping you take care of that part of it. Like, we're in the trenches with you because we also experience said racial disparities, said oppression in various places within our society. So I side eye interracial relationships where I don't see the person um, forward enough about whatever work they might have done to be able, for lack of better words, I don't have the words for it right now, but to qualify to be in partnership with a black person. And I say that specifically for black men because more often than not, and I could be wrong, but it's just my opinion and how I see it, more often than not, when it's black men in relationships with non-black women, they require less of their non-black partner. So they're not even looking for that black partner sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes non-black partner to do the things that they need to actually be of support to them for that particular part of their personhood. But when it's black women with non-black men, a lot of times we're coming to the table with a very clear understanding of how we show up in this world and how this world reacts to us. And we kind of have a requirement of protection. So part of the thing that like could attract maybe some of these women, some of these black women to non-black men, is that the non-black man is leading with a sense of protection and using his privilege to help shield that black woman. So I hope I explained that not correctly, but in a way that you could understand. Jessica supports Lou's dreams with Joyce and Roxanne. I think that supporting somebody's dreams, supporting their dreams, and supporting someone. And let me bring this closer since now we have this conversation. I feel like supporting somebody's dreams, right? It's cool in theory, but if you don't support the person in a way of like helping them actualize who they need to be to actually attain those dreams, then your support of their dreams is kind of null and void, right? So I like a lot of things sound good, but then when you get down to the logistics of making it happen, you realize that it's null and void behind it. You can have all the flowery words that you want. You can tell Lulu that he's a great producer, he has amazing ear, he's so talented, he's so fine, whoop whoop whoop. But how are you also supporting this man's mental health? How are you supporting this man's journey through his trauma? That's tied to like this life that he's living in. How are you not creating a space for him to become dependent upon you and then abandon him, knowing that he has abandonment issues and issues around self-worth and feeling like he has to be of service to be valuable and all of that kind of stuff. Like all of that plays into it too. It's not as simple as we like to make it, I think. She didn't bail on Lulu. She left to better herself. Right, but when you think about it, it's like, okay, cool, but y'all are misaligned because at the time that you are in your life, you think that you have to go to LA to better yourself. Cool. And you want this man to move and do this with you. Could that have been a better thing for him? Maybe, but he wasn't there mentally and you weren't actually helping him be there mentally. You were just kind of putting him in a position kind of with like a pseudo ultimatum to come with you, and then you left. Like there is no real process there. And again, to like be a non-black woman and get into partnership with a man, a black man like Lou, it also requires you to consent to a certain level of giving and learning, like of his lived experiences. Like I didn't see no place where she was a person who could support him through the trauma that he's experiencing with the other women in his life. And this is something that comes up for me a lot, regardless of like race in relationship. But like when we think about the people that we pick, oftentimes we run and we find people who are in line with the trauma that we're used to, with the pain that we're used to. So if we have mommy issues and we had an avoidant mama or a narcissistic mama or whatever the thing, then we'll also go and try to find that. Like men will go and try to find that in a woman because that's the safest pain. That's the safest, type of, female interaction that they've experienced, and they never really address like how you possibly could need the opposite to help you heal through that, right? So when I said that about Jessica in choosing to be with a man like Lou, it requires you learning a little bit more about him other than like liking how he looks and thinking that he's talented, blah, 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 and what he can do for you. He got money. But like, what is this man carrying through life, right? Like, what is his walk through life? And how am I going to be there to help support that? You can't give me no example of how she picked up on his toxic relationship with women in his immediate family and how she was a counter to that, or how she had tried to or intended to be a counter to that. You get what I'm saying? Lulu never opened up to Jessica, just like Marvin did open up to Renee. Okay. I think that becomes a two thing. Like, not to blame everything on her, because yes, he didn't, but you also gotta create a safe enough space for people to feel comfortable to open up to you. And the way that Jessica was leading into that relationship, she leaned on being provided for monetarily in reference to access with famous and talent or whatever. And I wouldn't have felt safe to open up to her either. Well, also, one, Lou hadn't even really opened up to himself, right? Like, he's closed off, period, and very guarded, period. But then also, when you come into the relationship and you position yourself, like, for lack of better words, because I don't have the words right now, I didn't really think about this, and I love these questions that you ask, DeMarcus. You're always so great about this. But, like, for lack of better words, she positioned herself as a liability or a leech. Not saying that she was trying to leech, but she was benefiting the most. She was getting the most. Like, what was Lou getting out of it? Some flowery words and sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not going to set you up to also be that person's safe space. If you come and you lead with additional assets, or you come with something that the person hadn't had before, they are more likely to open up. And again, it's not all on her to make him open up, but I'm just saying, like, that's a two-person thing. And again, I don't think that they gave us enough in reference to her character. Like, you going hard for her and you like her, but they didn't give us enough to show me that this was supposed to be a real thing. And again, I told you what my requirements are when looking at those particular type of relationships, and for me to believe that it's supposed to be a real thing. Otherwise, it's just a phase. It's not sustainable. Jessica saw Lulu and Rock's relationship and said that he was smarter than Rock. Lulu knew this. But it's not that simple. It's not that simple. Like, Lou doesn't really need affirmation of, like, oh, I'm smarter than Rock. He needed affirmation of, like, he doesn't have to be of service to be loved, to be of value, to be appreciated. So, like, to me, that even that, like, yes, that could be true, and she said that, but that's more so trying to pacify his ego and not necessarily trying to help heal him on a real level that will help him better navigate life, period. Not even just with Rock, right? Like, look at the mama. The mama want money. Well, she wants money from Rock. I can't recall. I feel like she's asked Lou for money before. But, like, even that, it's like he has to be doing something to get love or to get attention or to get whatever. And that also perpetuated within their relationship. Not necessarily on purpose or intentionally or maliciously, but, like, that's the real thing. Telling him he's smarter than Rock. Okay. I don't even know if I believe that to be true. But, you know. Probably we might get that better understanding, but then that lady don't use her damn words. She seemed like a conniving mama who didn't give a damn. All the whole time she had all that going on. Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate it. I need to record this freaking Beauty in Black. I honestly have already forgotten. Have you watched Beauty in the Black? Beauty in Black, not the Black. DeMarcus. Wait, where's my recorder? Somebody robbed me. I'll be right back. I'm looking for my recorder. Hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what Tyler is trying to do with Beauty in Black, because wild is an understatement. Give me some Demon Time. Demon Time. I haven't watched. Don't tell me too much because I haven't watched episodes 11 through 16 yet. I actually need to record my breakdown for episode 10. When Tyler had them people with that orgy on the damn roof, that was it for me. I mean, not the roof, the top of the parking garage. I said, Tyler, please. I knew that Tyler was on Demon Time when he did that. Because why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh, Lord. I had just seen a preview of something. Let's see. But thank you for your questions, DeMarcus. Like, this is helping me think about things I probably would have never really, like, processed. Oh, I don't know if you are on Instagram, but you can also always DM me, or if you're in my Discord. I don't know if you. I don't think you're in my Discord. You can always drop your like questions or statements or proclamations, because you love a proclamation. You be telling us what it is and what it ain't. Into the channels for the various shows or a DM. Okay. I gotta drive down to Virginia tomorrow. Can't believe I'm about to be going to this funeral. Lord help us. Lord help us. My goodness. Whew. I ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna cry. Yeah, Kimmy was definitely on Demon Time as the series returned. I wish Tyler was like just a little bit stronger with writing, because he be having like so many dope elements, but like the writing be falling so flat sometimes, like so flat, and then that's where he be losing me. He be losing me. No, I haven't seen all of it yet. I'm probably gonna finish watching it tonight. I've only seen episodes 8, 9, and 10. I still gotta watch 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Dang! What? That's the way to watch 6 episodes? What the hell? So much TV. But I'm gonna be painting this hallway tonight, so I'm gonna be doing it, watching it probably while I do that. Um, Get me higher. What did I do with my journal? I did not do my 3 pages today. And I don't know where I set it down. I thought I took it with me. But when I got to the store, I couldn't freaking find it. Oh, well, it's right here. Oh, I still gotta do that. Oh, did I do my devotional this morning? Oh, let me check. Let me check. Wait, it's only 9 o'clock. Why is my phone? Oh, your time springs forward today. Okay. I gotta upload these drafts. So I was gonna do that. Child, my brain. Olivia and Beauty and was hilarious. Smashes on. Child. What was hilarious? Well, not hilarious. It was just like Olivia. She told that boy to get in the bag. Ma'am, get in the bag. I said, Tyler. Tyler, please. Diabolical work. You hear me? Valerie's all bark and no bite. I figured. You watched the whole thing? I gotta see where it goes. I just don't understand why she's so damn evil. She's just evil for no reason. Oh, no, oh, must be my password. There we go. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. So I need to work. I need to record, edit, post. Thank you so much. DeMarcus, great talking with you. If y'all not watching Racing Kanan, Beauty and the Black, Go check it out. And then go to Erica Bain TV on YouTube and check out my thoughts on it. See y'all tomorrow.